Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another great edition of my Grue Rume Show. For the Grue Rume Show today, I got a very awesome guest, and he's an actor and a musician. He did sports, and I'm talking about McKinzie Scott. He stars in a show from Tyson Plus called Manhood, and he plays the lead. And I'm really looking forward to talking to him about manhood, working for Tyson Plus and everything else about his life. I am Rocco Cross. I am the host at Stutters, as you can already tell. I am the host of the Grue Rume Show. My interview will be coming up very soon. This is my Grue Rume, and as always, my Gruelings. Welcome to my nightmare. Good, stay tuned. All right, buddy. Welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for being my guest today. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, definitely, man. So like the first thing I want to start out asking you is before we start talking about like film and television, I see you were a sports guy. You played
Yeah.
lacrosse and you also trained in martial arts too. So how was that and do you still do both of them?
I quit lacrosse in like seventh grade, so I haven't played lacrosse since then. I did Taekwondo, I think in ninth grade, ninth and tenth. Both I stopped playing lacrosse and I stopped doing Taekwondo. I took a little bit of boxing as well, but at the same time I just didn't really like it was just like on and off with those type of sports. But basketball I still like associate with a lot because all my friends play basketball. So
Oh,
yeah.
nice. Okay. Is that is that like the sport you like watching on television or going to the games and stuff?
Yeah, basketball is definitely one of them, yeah, for sure.
No, who's your team?
My team, it would be the Lakers. I'm a LeBron fan.
Okay, yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Uh, I'm a big fan of them too. I live in Philly, so I have to go with
Yeah.
the Sixers, but I do like the Lakers though. They're a very good team.
Hmm.
And so like what drew you to want to act and was there anyone who inspired you to want to act?
Um, I think I just had a passion for acting since I was very, very young, and it just like became, I want to say, a dream I just like went towards and I just grabbed it. What inspired me to act, I think the first time I actually like had the mindset of wanting to be an actor or like even put in my head was when I had basically like a friend at a church. He was an older guy. He basically said, "Oh yeah, you should be an actor," and then basically took a liking to me. And then we started like just talking about movies and acting and everything. He took me to go see my first movie, which is The Revenant. And then
Oh,
I
yeah.
think from there I just like I started like actively like seeing more and more productions of acting. And I always like loved movies. My grandma used to like make me watch a lot of movies. I remember watching like Bewitched, which is an old film, which is older than I am. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's an old TV show. And I used to watch I watched Us with my grandma. I watched so many like shows and so many shows and movies. I had like DVDs of like just movies and shows. And I think I just took a liking to it at a young age and I just thought I can do that. And it just never stopped.
Wow, like you went all the way back with that TV show. 'Cause she's the one that would twinkle her nose and
Yeah,
do the spells,
yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah. She was a witch and then she just had like a normal life, a normal husband, and then like
Yeah,
yeah, black and white.
yeah, yeah. My mom used to love to watch that, and I remember watching that, and I I Dream a Genie too. Like that was like another one that was around the time of that.
Yeah, Bewitched was definitely a good show. I remember watching it. Like, it was on DVD. My grandma had a bunch of DVDs, like a bunch of movies on DVD, and we should just watch them in our apartment. It was like, yeah, good times.
Nice, nice. And when you start doing like film and television, what was the first role that you had?
The first role I ever had, I think it was Untouchables, but
Oh, okay.
it wasn't the first release. It was Untouchables, the fencing movie I'm in. It released, I think, what, 2 years after, and it's getting shown as of like a few like theaters and like promotions and like promotional things. And but I think like the first huge thing I filmed was definitely Right to Remain Silent, which is the Hulu commercial,
Yes.
which brought like attention to like my aspect, and people would just like kept seeing me on a commercial. I was like, oh, okay, cool, a little bit of notoriety because Untouchables took like a few like years. I think it was like 2 years. Like I filmed in 2023, and then
Okay.
yeah, and then it didn't get released until like 2025. So two
Oh my
years.
God.
Yeah, exactly. And then I filmed Right to Remain Silent, I think in 2023 as well, and released in 2024. Yeah.
Wow. Damn. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just filming and then just releasing like later. Yeah.
I know that's how it always is though. Like you film something and then you're like, I wonder if that's actually gonna come out. And then like 3 years later, here it is, and you're like, oh, it did come out.
It was a documentary, so they had to have like a lot of like different types of things in the documentary, but like shown like different types of like shown things. Yeah.
Oh
They show-
yeah.
Yeah. So it took a long time.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
And like I see you also like were on the front cover of like a couple different mags. Like you did Art Artenza and Hollywood Times. I don't know if that's how you say the Artenza. Is that right?
I don't know. Yeah, I did both of those covers. I think Hollywood Times I did it back in 2024, maybe, or
Okay.
either 2024 or beginning of 2025, one together. And then our Tesla, I think I did pretty recent. It's probably, I think last month. Yeah, it was a pretty cool experience. Pretty cool experience for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean that has to be cool to walk by like a supermarket or something and seeing you on the front cover. You're
Yeah.
like, oh my God, that's me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like yeah.
And how were the sets like, and how was your experience like on two blockbuster films that came out, Happy Gilmore 2 and Together?
Together. Together, it was I wouldn't say it was like a cool experience. Not. It was pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. That they blocked off Tribeca, like a part of Tribeca. We had to have like a bunch of cops and everything around the set to like basically like right, it was like where on Wall Street, basically where they said John Wick was filmed. So yeah, so we were filming that. I'm like the attacker inside of the film, so I had a prop gun. I had a prop gun in like my lines and everything. So we're basically filming that. And then we had to like make sure everybody on set had to basically have like see the gun and everything. And then it was just basically a pretty weird experience. People just kept walking by, taking pictures. And I'm like, I don't really like attention, so it's just like kind of like an awkward situation. So so it's just like, oh, okay, nice. They're filming a movie and then people are just taking pictures. I'm like, oh, all right, nice.
Oh
And
my
it's
God.
cool. And then Happy Gilmore, it was yeah, it was pretty fun. I want to say I got to see Bad Bunny, Adam
Yeah.
Sandler. Yeah, it was a pretty nice experience. It was just a long day, just a very long day, and a bunch of coffee, I guess.
Oh, I'm sure.
Which I don't even drink coffee, but it was a really at that time, yeah, I definitely did.
Well, I know, like when they're shooting like those kind of big films, like they usually run like 10, 12 hours a day.
Yeah, it was a very long day.
And Bad Bunny actually did a really good job in that film. I watched it. It was like he was really good in that.
Yeah, I think he did a lot better in Caught Stealing, which is a new film, which is another film I'm in. Yeah, he did it. Yeah,
Okay.
you just definitely go see if you haven't seen yet.
Yeah, I definitely would say okay. Thank you. And you're the lead in a Tyson Plus
Mhm.
show. Like it's a film, but it's broken down. It's like broken down into all different parts, right?
Yeah, different episodes. Yeah, I think it's more of a TV show. Yeah.
And how did you wind up finding out about it and get cast as the lead for Manhood?
Yeah. So basically, I think I auditioned for the role in maybe December. He told me I got the role in December, and then I was just and we were filming. I think January, sometime around like January. It was a week, so January 7th to January 5th, one of those days. And then so basically, I got basically he said I got the role, I knew I was going to be flying out in January, but I was like a really, really skeptical. I was like, I don't really know if I want to do it. It's my first time ever flying out to like North Carolina. I've never even been to North Carolina. So
Oh
I'm just,
wow, okay.
yeah, so I'm just like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna fly out. First time me fly, first time I'm 18 years old. First time flying out by myself as well.
Yeah.
So it was just a really, really like weird experience. Um, I think I told my mom maybe a week, maybe not even a week before I'm about to fly out. And then I just hopped on a plane, which I was like, I might not do it. I might not, I'm just gonna do it. I don't know. I'm just like telling myself, hyping myself. I'm like, okay, let me just do it. I think I remember looking on ChatGPT and said, "Oh yeah, you're gonna be fine." I'm like, "All right, cool, whatever." Just let's just. So I think I flew out like the first day. I got there. It was extremely dark because North Carolina doesn't have that many lights, especially in the like the suburbs. I got like they took me in a Tesla Uber. I got there to like the Airbnb house. And I think the first day I was just like, I wouldn't even say home. I'm not a homesick person, but I was just like, okay, it's nighttime. I didn't really get a time to adjust. Now I gotta just fall asleep and the film
Yeah.
start next morning. I think after like that first night, it was just like a smooth sail from like from then on out. So yeah, it was pretty cool experience. I just auditioned for it. He basically said, okay, you got the role. I'm like, all right, cool. And fly out. Yeah.
And, and like when you're reading the script for this film, like what are your first thoughts like when you're reading the script and you're reading like the character that you're going to be playing?
Oh, I think I already had like an because I read like a part of the audition. I had like an idea of like how I wanted to play him, and I think they had like a different perception of how they wanted me to play him. But I just
Oh,
like
really?
I don't know. I think they had a different perception of like how they wanted me to talk in certain scenes. I think it was like the first scene they went how they wanted me to talk inside of the scenes, but I think I just had like an idea of how I wanted to play him. So I was like, okay, and they liked my idea more.
Yeah.
So I basically just gave him like I think when I read the scene, I was just like, okay, he's basically a kid who just doesn't know how to like, give his he's basically just a child that just trying to act like an adult. He's a child trapped in an adult's body and then just trying to figure things out like basically basically like as he goes, you know? So I think that's how I just played him and how I pursued him.
Okay, okay. And I see you also produce like the film. Like are you one of the producers too?
Yeah, I'm one of the producers when it comes to like the promotion of it. Like I think that was like the first film because like I had like a lot to do like the helping of like the like basically and like the promotion of side of it and everything. So yeah, I'm like on that side, the producing and like producing side, yeah.
Oh, damn, that's awesome. Like you're the lead, you're a producer. That's awesome. And Mika like definitely faces a lot of ups and downs and how did you go about like playing him? Like how did you go about like playing like all the different things that he's going through?
He definitely goes through a lot, especially in
You
like
know?
the upcoming episodes. Yeah, he definitely goes through a lot. It was just mainly I played him with just like so much honesty and I just played him as like a truthful character who just wants to mess around and just wants to do everything he has, but he feels like he owes the person who's taking care of him Owen something. So I just played it like that. I just played Owen as like a mentor to
Yeah.
him, but he feels like he owes him something. And it's also like technically an LGBTQ film as well. So he's basically like messing around, I want to say with his sexuality as well and trying to understand like, okay, so this guy is basically letting me stay in his house. He's letting me live off of him. What do I owe him? I haven't given him any type of money. What do I owe him? Right?
Hmm.
I think that's what they're trying to get at. And especially in the next upcoming episodes, he starts like developing and realizing that okay, Owen is watching like certain types of things and like what does this mean? If I like this, what does this mean? And like he started like developing his sexuality and stuff like that. So like, it was definitely very, very like open film that I definitely
Yeah.
like enjoyed playing. And yeah, it made me step on my comfort zone a lot and play a film that I never even imagined playing before.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I I know Tyson Plus does a lot of themes, like a lot of like queer themed shows and films, and it's really good to have something like that
Yeah.
for people, for like queer people to have something to watch, and it's really good what Tyson Plus is doing with that.
Yeah, and I think that was his first show that he has made that like didn't have like I want to say like a boy on boy interconnection because like it's like the connection is very very confusing between Owen and Micah, so you really don't
Hmm.
understand. I feel like he said like every single one that he made, this is the first one that is like not really clear the sexuality if they're really, if they like each other, if they're straight because Micah does have a girlfriend, so he's like basically on the bisexual side. He was like
Yeah.
especially when I read like the character description for him, it was like he's a bisexual character. So like, he doesn't even know that he likes Owen, but he doesn't even know like his feelings. So he's just like, okay, do I owe him? Do I have to give him something? And Owen is like on the side of like, okay, am I gay? Do I? He had a wife. His wife cheated on him, and he's like, do I? Am I gay? I don't know. I don't know this. Like, do I? Why do I still have this? Like, it's like so much. It's like it's just basically like so much like depth into the characters you just really won't understand unless you actually like dig deep into the story.
Well, it definitely seems it's a slow build, like
Yeah,
between him and Owen. Like it starts out with Owen like helping guide him, like making him face his truths. But
yeah.
then, as you said, as the show starts going on more and more, and when new episodes start coming out, it seems like the relationship like gets a little closer from like him looking after him to having feelings for him.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. It definitely transcribes in over to that, especially when the fact that he just like just tries to I want to say hide the feelings and like it's not I don't really think Micah like has feelings. I think he views him as like a mentor and like a guy who's just helping him.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
like in his eyes, who helps a person who like doesn't really know them at all. You know? And I think that's his vibe. He just like figures like feels like he owes him. So whatever he owes him, he just feels he has to just do whatever he has to do, you know? And that's
Oh
basically
no, yeah.
yeah.
And like how when you're playing him, like how do you get into a mind frame to play him, like especially when he's dealing with a lot of things like being vulnerable and emotional, and some scenes where he's mad, like how do you get into the headspace with all the different emotions that he goes through throughout the series?
It's definitely a mindset thing. It's just like when I'm playing Micah, I just like don't really judge him at all. I basically just like play him how I would like how any other person would be like it. Because at the same time, if you're living the character, that's their truth. At the end of the day, you can't really judge the character. So when I'm playing Micah, I basically just view him as Micah, and I'm just like I'm playing. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna play him, and that's it at the end of the day. And the headspace I get into is just like I view myself as him. I live in his body. I live in his like his energy. So, and I basically just carry that energy onto screen and then just try to give it the best way I can. At the same time, like every single thing, every single aspect, every single movement I make as Micah, I view it as him. So
Mhm.
like, because for example, it's like when I'm talking to a person, I make very, very strong eye contact. But when Mike is talking to somebody, I'll change up like the eye contact a little bit because at the same time, he has like not that much confidence. He has confidence when it comes to like talking to a woman or maybe, but when he's like viewing a person who's like definitely dominant over him, he's looking off in the distance. He's thinking he's like basically giving his three fourths. He's like trying to like basically show a little bit of distance, but at the same time, he doesn't want to like assert too much dominance because at the same time, he doesn't really know Owen. So it's
Well,
like,
yeah, exactly.
yeah. So it's basically one of those things where it's like he's still very, very nervous. He's very, very new at Owen as well. So he doesn't want to like basically come off as too flirtatious with Owen. So it's like every single one of those aspects I made him like very, very precise. So it's just like I just try to like live in the character as much as possible and try to like deliver an honest performance.
Damn, that's really good though. That's
Thank
pretty cool. And what did I mean we all know, like anyone that watched the show and episodes still to come yet, like he definitely, and we're talking about it now, like he definitely grapples with his I identity, orientation. He has trust issues and vulnerable, and he's all up in his head. And but like, what do you love about playing him?
What I love about Play him is that he's just like an honest character. He's like just a kid trying to figure everything out. I feel like that's like every single person like who just doesn't really know like what they want to do. And he's just trying to figure things out as he go. He's just not too worried about like what I want to do now and how I'm gonna do it. And I feel like he just Owen gives him so many opportunities and he just like gives him the chance and he's just like taking the chances. Every single thing that just happens in his life, he just like views it head on. He's just basically a kid who just doesn't really know what he wants, doesn't really know like how he wants to do things. He's just like living life on the edge. I guess that's like basically the best way I could play him. And like I feel like
Hmm.
I view him as a character who's just like, oh, he just doesn't really care. At the end of the day, he just does what he wants to do. Like it's his life. He just wants to. That's how he views it. It is. Like yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Is there any scene that you had the most fun shooting? Well, I mean, from what is actually out.
From what is out, the most fun. I think one of the most fun things I had shooting. Uh, it's not out yet, but it's the episode coming up. It would definitely be like the last scene, which that was the last scene we filmed. We filmed like insanely out of order, but so it was like one of the scenes. It's like the one of the scenes where we're just in the office and we're basically just having fun. We're just talking about anything, and I'm basically just going ranting about like, oh yeah, jobs I want to do and like how I want to become an entrepreneur because basically Owen is a podcaster. He basically
Yeah.
has like a podcast and everything. So I'm basically saying about like what I want to do. I'm like, oh, I can start selling games and everything. And then basically it's just like the attitude I'm giving Owen. I'm just like giving like yeah, it's just like it was just such a fun scene. It's like such honesty. And I'm like, oh, all right, cool. Because it wasn't really that much improv inside the scene. So we're just basically just like feeding off of like, all right, cool. And like I'm improving a little bit, but like not too much. But
Mhm.
it still stays like very, very true to the scene. And like all like the actions that we made like were like so like honest and like our natural reactions. So it wasn't like no like because like, even like I think it was a scene where I'm just like I'm looking down at my phone and I just like look up at him. I'm just like, what are you talking about? And it's just like certain things I'm just like I just do. I'm just like, oh, that's like so Micah. Just like his like I'm like Micah's a very, very sassy character. So it's like he just like has so much attitude in everything he says and like at the end of the
Mhm.
day, it's like, oh, okay. Like, it was like, I'm like that was such like it's so easy to play. I feel like it's just like live in the character and just play him as like honesty and on and very very truthful.
Okay, nice. I I knows like he likes playing video games, so are you a gamer too, or is it just your
Uh,
character?
I definitely used to be a gamer. I definitely used to play a lot of games. I used to play a lot of Fortnite
Yeah,
and I used to play a lot of 2K as well. And I think yeah, pretty recently I was playing a lot of Call of Duty. Not recently, but like a couple of years ago before like yeah, I definitely play a lot of games. I used to be like an insane gamer, especially during quarantine, gaming every single day.
oh yeah. I mean, what else? What else was there to
Exactly.
do? Like when you're in
I
quarantine?
wish I wasn't a gamer at that time. I would I would have been doing a lot of different things and a lot of like bettering my craft. But like at the same time, I was just like I was very, very young. So I was just like, oh, whatever. Just play a lot of games. I was playing in like cash cups and like I was qualifying for like FNC. Doing so many things. It was just like yeah, it was like so much gaming. But I think now recently I just like I've been staying away from the games a lot. I'm just like so like developing. I'm just like so much on my craft where it comes. I'm just
Yeah.
watching every single day. Doing a lot of studying, so I don't really have time for like playing video games and like yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, it is what it is, you know.
Oh no, yeah, exactly. Uh, uh, and at least you had fun playing it, though.
Exactly, exactly, yeah. At least I can say in my childhood I played games.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And was there like any funny or cool stories from the set?
Manhood, yes. It was just about like we were just like chatting it up every single day. I want to say, like, I think it was like a funny moment where it wasn't even funny. It was just like we just doing different things every single day. It was like so much like it was just a bunch of like boys. So we just like just basically chilling. It was a vibe. Like we just like having as much fun as we possibly can. We wasn't really like too like well, we was definitely stressed. I would have said stressed. We definitely stressed I was drinking a lot of like Celsius and a lot of Red Bulls, just trying to
Oh
like
yeah.
because we was filming from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. It was very for a week.
Damn.
Yeah, so we're knocking out maybe I think about 12 scenes, 12 long scenes. And was it 12? What I think was it 12? I think it was no, I think it was about 6 scenes a day. We film about 6 scenes a day for a week. Whatever that math is, or maybe 24 scenes, I think. I don't know how much like how much scenes it is. 26 times 7, whatever that is, like 30, 34, 30. I don't know. Um, right. So we're filming a lot of scenes. So we're very, very stressed, but we managed to have a lot of fun, especially like I think maybe the third day we started getting more comfortable around each other. We were just basically chilling and vibing. I drove the
Mhm.
driver's car, which I didn't even have a license. I just drove the I drove the like I had like him. I have my permit, so I had my permit, so I was driving with him in the car. I drove to Starbucks and everything, and we got Starbucks. I was on the freeway, driving on the freeway to like go to put a permit, but I know how to drive. Well, I live in New York, so it's like I'm way too lazy to actually get a license. So
Mhm.
I could drive, but it's like I'm not getting a license. It's too much work. But yeah, so it's just like it was a pretty yeah. We had a lot of fun. We just had a lot of conversations, a lot of eating food. It was just a pretty good vibe, you know. Very very honest energy, very very like open minded energy. We just it was like no judgment. It was very very
Yeah.
yeah, very chill.
And like living there, you don't really need to drive. Like you got the train, you got the
Yep,
bus,
he's
and the
everywhere.
buses run quick, the train runs quick, so you don't really need to drive.
There's like no reason. There's too much traffic out here too.
I know it is
It's
brutal, the traffic.
nowhere.
And, and when you aren't like filming, what do you like doing during your free time?
During my free time, I watch a lot of movies. I watch maybe 3 movies, 2 movies a day if I'm just not doing anything. And that's basically my entire life. I just like sit there, watch movies, study acting, study the art of film, and understand like every single depth that I possibly can. Like I just want to know every single thing I possibly can about like the film aspect, and I want to be as great as I can. So I love like the feedback, and I love being able to just like watch a film and be able to just judge every single thing that an actor's doing from like the subtle movements that you might not even think like has that much details. Like even
Hmm.
like, just like I think we all recently watched Shame, like Michael Fassbender, like the way he like shows like a little bit of the subtlest discomfort in his face about like his best friend talking to his sister. It's like it's so like subtle and so simple, but like you really wouldn't notice it unless you're actually paying attention to it. So it's like the amount of that's like I love doing it, just watching films, taking out notes, and understanding every single aspect of like a film and just breaking it down as much as I possibly can. I love it so much.
And like, what kind of music do you like? Like, what's on your playlist?
Um, I don't really have a place. I just like sometimes just like listen to random music. My favorite artists that I just like listen to casually is The Weeknd,
Oh
Sam
yeah,
Smith,
they're good.
James Arthur, um, Bryson Tiller. I got like a Drake. So I just listen to a bunch of artists that like I mean, like, just fit my mood sometimes. I just be like, oh, like okay, let me just like listen to this, and I just like listen to it. And I might put on repeat. I might just listen to another song, or I just might have something on shuffle. I'm like not really yeah, it's just like whatever like suits me on the train. I just be on the train to listen to some random things. Same time, sometimes I might be in a mood to listen to something singing. I don't
Yeah,
really think I really like in a mood to listen to like rap, but like a lot of times like a lot of singing songs or a lot of just vibing songs. I can just like chill out and just like vibe.
nice. What do you think would be your go-to karaoke song if you were gonna do one?
Go to karaoke song probably like a Hamilton song. Maybe Wait For It. Yeah, Wait For It and Hamilton. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
You gotta go a little musical theater, especially with karaoke.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Okay. And I'm a big like horror fan, so I ask my guests this all the time. Are there any horror films that you like to watch?
Um, Recently I just watched a pretty good horror film, which is Weapons.
Weapons was really good. Yes.
Really good, yeah. It was amazing. Especially since like Carrie Christopher, like he's like mad young. He was amazing in that film. Um, But like before weapons, it probably like one of the Terrifier series. I don't know
Yeah.
why I love Terrifier. It's like so simple. It's like not that much to think about. It's just pretty chill. I'm like it's just like it's I feel like it's, I don't really get scared from horror movies, you know,
Hmm.
because like I feel like I just know the behind the scenes. I know that every single thing is fake. So I'm like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So I'm like, I'm not gonna ever jump on my seat. I'm just like, okay. I love the aspect of like Terrifier. I love like how deep they go into like the plot and how like they made three sequels and like it just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper. So I'm like, oh wow, all right, whatever. And I guess that the scream like genre, and then yes, I don't know. I'm not really a huge horror fan. 'Cause I just like don't really find it interesting or scary because the acting is like it's like doesn't really interest me. So it's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, so it's like it's what whatever like I don't know whatever is in the theaters. I'm just like okay, let's see that. But sure,
Okay.
Terrifier is definitely a good one.
That is like Art Art the clown is a sick bastard. He is.
Exactly. I'm like it's just like he has like no reason for doing anything he does. I'm just like I love how it's like he has like no reason to be doing anything. He just does it because he just wants to.
I know.
I love that about him. He just like doesn't really care. He's just like I don't really care. So on the end of the day.
Yeah, he's like, I
I'm
don't
just
care.
like
I'm just gonna go around. I'm gonna saw this girl in half. I'm gonna put a chainsaw to this guy in the
exactly.
bathroom
Just no reason. He just does it.
and and do you have like with Halloween basically right around the corner? Like, do you have Halloween plans or do you go to any like scary houses and haunts and all that?
Oh, I think for like the past few years, I haven't really celebrated Halloween. I don't really celebrate Halloween. I think I might celebrate Halloween just because of my girlfriend this year, but at the end of the day, I really don't celebrate Halloween. I think for like,
Okay.
well, I don't think I ever really had like a real costume since I was like young. Yeah, I don't remember actually. Yeah, I haven't. I've like every single year I just like don't sell. Everybody like, oh, you're a loser. I'm like, I don't really care. I don't like parties and I don't like Halloween. I'm like, it's cool for the candy, but at the same time, I don't really eat candy that much. So it's like, and I can also just buy candy. So I'm like, oh, I don't really feel like going out, like spending $100 or more on a
I
Halloween
know in
costume.
the costume, yeah.
Yeah, just go risk getting candy from strangers. I don't really find interest in it, but I'm not a fan.
And you're in like amazing shapes. What's your workout routine like?
Sometimes I might. So it depends. Sometimes it varies. It depends on what I'm doing. If I'm on set, it's probably a lot of calisthenics. I'm probably doing a lot of push-ups, pull-ups, and like dips and like everything that's just hands-on. I do have a gym at my house, so I am at the gym majority of the time. It's a lot of chest, legs, and everything I possibly can. Because my goal is not to get big as possible because of the fact that I'm
Hmm.
like I like to play like, younger roles. I'm gonna play like my age while I can.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I try to just like skinny and try to stay lean. So I'm majority of the time just like lifting and as much as like I'm lifting, I want to say like heavy, but at the same time I'm probably just like not eating as much protein. So it's just like I'm putting on muscle without putting on like too much muscle. So
It
because I want
makes
to be
sense.
yeah, like I want to say like I don't say fit, but like I don't want to be like necessarily big. So I just like just a lot of like lifting heavy weights and just like eating moderate, you know, not eat too much, eat moderate.
What kind of food do you eat when you're training? Like do you have
Um,
any special foods and stuff?
I think when I was just trying to like get bigger, which was like a couple of months ago, I was trying to like eat a lot of protein. I was like drinking a lot of protein shakes. I think now I just like don't care. I'm just like eating whatever I want. Which is probably bad. I just don't really care. I'm just like, okay. And sometimes I might eat cane, sometimes I might eat sardines, sometimes I might just eat random things. You know, I don't really I'm like I'm 19 at the end of the day. I don't really care about what I eat,
Yeah,
especially in
yeah.
America. I don't care. So as long as I'm just like working out and keeping my body active and keeping my body healthy and I can move, like and I can stay agile. Like I really just like eat what I eat what's there, eat whatever's there, you know? It's not I don't really stick to like a strict diet unless I'm paid to. Yeah.
Well, I mean, plus you're young too, so like anything bad that you eat, you could burn it off like really quick.
So it's just like I'll stick to my metabolism and use it as fast as I can.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're eating pizza, like, do you have like what topping do you like, or are you like a plain cheese guy?
Depending on type, no, Depending on like where it's from. Like if I'm ordering from Domino's, it'd probably be like chicken and pineapple.
Oh,
Right?
okay. Okay. You
But
like
I do like chicken.
pineapple.
Yeah, I never do like chicken by itself. I do pineapple by itself. I never do chicken by itself. I do like pineapple on pizza. It's very, very good. But if I'm ordering from like a certain restaurant, like a certain like fancy Italian restaurant, it'd probably be just like cheese with like the I don't know if it's basil. I don't correct me if I'm
Oh
wrong, but
yeah,
it's
the
like
little leaves they
yeah,
put on it.
yeah, I'll get
Yeah,
that just like regular cheese, or I'll get like the vodka slice. I don't know
that's
why.
good. Yes.
Um, and I think from what is it called? It's I think Lucia's in Soho. They have like one of the best slices. So like I usually get like maybe like the spinach pizza or like the margarita pizza. Yeah, they have like there's a
Ooh,
lot of good options. Yeah, a lot of good options.
damn, this is making me want pizza now. I
Yeah.
know New York, their pizza is definitely better than Philly. Like I live in Philly, and the pizza over in New York is like so much better than the Philly pizza. It's crazy.
I like the Philly cheesesteaks. So
Well, yeah, that's what we got. We got the the Philly cheesesteaks, but even then, you have to pick like the right places because like
yeah.
they got the cheesesteak stands that everybody knows, like it's Pat Steaks,
Mhm.
Gino Steaks. Those are the steak places that everybody around the world knows, but those are the tourist traps.
So that's so many like spots in New York.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. And what about like your skincare? Do you have like a special thing you do for your skin, or is it just youth that makes your skin look smooth?
Oh, I definitely have like in-depth skincare. I think I started having my skincare maybe 2023 because of out to Mason. So, I think I switched my skincare a lot, but right now currently I'm using La Roche-Posay cleanser. I think I use a newer toner with
Okay.
vitamin C. I don't know what brand it is, but it's like a vitamin. It's like a blue bottle and it has like a screw top, like a screwy. I don't really know. Um, and then I use either snail mucin, depending on if it's in the morning, or I use like the jet lag mask. I think it's uh yeah. I don't know if it I don't know if I don't know if it's Fenty. I think it's what is it? What is that other brand? Whatever brand that Sydney Sweeney was representing for like a long time. Oh, Laneige. The Laneige jet lag mask.
Yes. Okay.
And yeah, and then I have like the La Roche-Posay moisturizer as well. And that's it.
Damn, that's quite a few things.
Yeah.
I actually just bought I don't know what brand it is, but I just bought one of the snail mucin creams just recently, and I've been using that.
Yeah, I don't know why. I love it. It's just
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know what it
it's
does.
pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I have like the moisturizer Snow Mucin. So like, yeah, I just use it. I'm like, oh, I've been using that before I used like a Reach moisturizer. So I was just like, oh, I'm not gonna stop using it. So
Well, yeah, exactly. If it's working, right? And I guess like the last thing I'll ask you basically, is there anything coming up next for you that you want to plug? I mean, I know there's still new episodes coming for your show but
Mhm.
besides that, is there anything else you want to plug?
So I will be filming Boys Soul Man Heart, I think, in next coming 2026 year. Um, I think I'm in Floating Carousel that's coming out. We've been filming Swipers, which is a new series. I was recently in Evil Lives Here as well. So yeah, I have a few things that's coming out. Yeah.
Awesome. And where can fans follow you and keep up with all your things?
Probably Instagram, which I'm never really on social media. So it'll definitely probably be Instagram if I post or IMDb. That's like the best way to keep up with like new things. I think I'm on that more than Instagram. It's like the most app I'll ever use. Like I'm on IMDb more than I'm on any social media that ever exists. So that's like the best way.
So basically, if they want to follow you, just check the IMDb and don't hold their breath on like at Facebook or
Yeah,
Instagram or X or
I'm there
Snapchat or
sometimes.
anything like that.
It's definitely it's either Instagram or IMDb. I don't really have any other social medias, so you can either follow me there or track me on IMDb. One or the other.
Well, man, it was very good meeting you. Like, you're really awesome. Thanks so much for doing this.
No problem, no problem.
And have an amazing night.
You as well, you as well.
Bye.